field is open. Your 10-minute field session may begin now. Photography, the official photography service authorized to provide fans attend IHSA state finals with action and award photographs of participants. You can view all great photos from this weekend's tournament by visiting our website. Just go to www.vihs.com. www.ihsa.org is the address of the IHSA website on the internet. Check it out anytime you want to find out immediately what's happening with high school activities throughout Illinois. IHSA.org is your home for schedules, scores, and more. IHSA Believes in Inclusion is proud to partner with Special Olympics Illinois to promote unified sports at all IHSA member schools. Contact the IHSA to find out how your school can become a unified champion school. IHSA.tv. So text or call friends and family who are not here and invite them to watch. Just log on to www.ihsa.tv, set up an account, and watch live on your phone, tablet, computer, or on TV via the Apple TV app. And IHS Network, high school athletes here.
He was 4-4 yesterday. This is a good thing. Like the kids doing stuff. Do you think that about it? That's just an ask. That's not like you beat me. You're good at that. 8-0. The whole camp is over half. He's a green shirt. My son's went in for a bass pro shop. He was a bass pro shop. He says he just visited.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the home plate area. Throwing out the team's first pitch is Louisiana Kid captain of the game, Braxton Schrader of Columbia.
Since they can't hit a home run. Did you get one last night? Or was it?
Building strong financial futures, one family, one street, one city at a time since 1868. Visit UC.com to learn more. UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
No, that's it. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Another mistake. At least wasn't doing the telecast. Yes, sir. Hot rod, red card. Go, 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 go. What's he doing? Whoa! Let's go, dude. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the championship game of the 2023 IHSA Class 2A State Baseball Tournament. On the scoreboard for this 2A championship, the visitors will be the Hilltoppers of Joliet Catholic Academy. The Eagles of Columbia will be the home team. Let's meet the teams for this 2A championship game. For the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Hilltoppers of Joliet Catholic Academy. Winner this game with a record of 25-8. With head coach Jerry Boss, with a career record of 616 and 252 over 24 years. And now for the starting lineup. Leading off, the second baseman, number 2, Tommy Kemp. Batting second and playing in right field, number 23, Trey Swiderski. Batting third, the first baseman, number 22, Jake Schreiner. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 32, Zach Beitler. Batting fifth and playing at third base, number 24, Vinny Spadafora. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 13, Brett Hulbert. Batting seventh and catching, number 34, Zach Pomato. Batting eighth and playing in left field, number 15, Graham Roselle. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 1, Lucas Singlet. Starting pitching the team for the Hilltoppers is number 25, Nate Sidney. And the rest of the Hilltoppers from Joliet Catholic Academy. And now for the home team on the scoreboard for this championship game, the Eagles of Columbia. Winner this game with a record of 34-4, including head coach Neil O'Donnell, with a career record of 177 and 61 over 7 years. And now for tonight's starting lineup, leading off, the left fielder, number 12, Jack Stackler.
You go, Jack. You go.
Batting second and playing at shortstop, number 28, Dom Vegley. Batting third, the second baseman, number 19, Alex Schreckenberg. Batting fourth and playing at first base, number 18, Brody Landgraf. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 17, Tyler Rosenkrantz. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 21, Riley Etherton. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 9, Aiden Gaither. Batting eighth catching, number 16, Brennan Ruck. And batting ninth, they're playing in center field, number 6, Reed Drabant. Starting pitcher receiving for the Eagles is number 11, Lucas Riebling. And the rest of the Eagles from Columbia. The umpires for this 2A championship game. Behind the plate from Rockford, Gary Vinzinski. Along the first baseline from Canton, Gerald Lowe. And along the third baseline from Canton, Fred Marriott. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able. Gentlemen, please move your caps and face the colors to the left of center field with your hand over your heart. And join our soloist, Joelle Roberts, a senior at Tri-Valley High School, as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We have come to the final game of the Class 2A boys baseball season. This is the championship battle, matching the Joliet Catholic Academy Hilltoppers, the defending Class 2A champs, taking on the 34-4 Columbia Eagles. Hi again, everybody. Dave Bernhardt, joined by my Hall of Fame partner, Mark Lindo. Two teams that were right here in Peoria last year, as we said, Joliet Catholic Academy winning the title last year. Columbia, a third-place finisher.
Both teams had their eyes on this prize 365 days ago. Joliet Catholic was able to take it home, third place for Columbia, but they had their eyes on getting back here. Tremendous season for both teams thus far. You have two teams worthy of a championship. They've had a pretty difficult path to get here, but they've both advanced to be playing on the final night of 2A baseball.
Hilltoppers from JCA, the visiting team tonight, a record of 25-8-1 under head coach Jared Voss in his 24th season, 616 wins. Here's the batting order that Voss will run out there. Tommy Kemp to lead things off at second base. Trey Swiderski, the right fielder. Jake Troiner hits third, and he is over at first base. Zach Beitler, the designated hitter tonight. He's batting for tonight's pitcher, Nate Simney. Vinny Spatafords at third, hitting the sixth spot, Brett Holbert. Center fielder, Zach Pomato, Graham Roselle, and Lucas Simulik round out the starting lineup. Defensively for the Columbia Eagles, Jack Steckler, Reed Drabant, and Tyler Rosecrans from left to right. In the outfield, Aiden Gaithers, the third baseman, Dom Vagley, outstanding player, got the win last night. He is at short. Alex Schreckenberg at second. Brody Landgraf goes from DH to first base tonight. Brendan White behind the plate and doing the pitching. Wearing number 11 on the back of that blue jersey is Lucas Riebling.
Riebling not big by stature, but big on the bump, only 5'9", 150 pounds. But he is 7-0 on the season for his Columbia Ball Club. They have great faith and confidence in him. 47 innings pitched. He's got a very smart average, earned run average of 1.19, 44 strikeouts against just 11 base on balls. So he'll be around the zone, and he will count on his defense to make championship-type plays tonight.
Big wins for both of these teams yesterday in the semifinals. Columbia shutting out DePaul College Prep 9-0. Joliet Catholic with a 10-3 win over Quincy Notre Dame in its semis.
Table setter is Tommy Kemp. He'll be the first one to enter the batter's box in this 2023 state championship game in downtown Peoria. And to call that championship game is my partner, the Hall of Fame voice of the Illinois High School Association. Here's Dave Bernhardt for his championship call.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. I know you and I have both been looking forward to this one. Joliet Catholic Academy representing the northern part of the state. Columbia, the southern part. Tommy Kemp to get things started. First pitch from Riebling, catches the inside corner for a strike. Our umpire tonight, Gary Budzinski behind the plate. Gerald Lowe is at first base and Fred Marriott at third. Kemp will take that one for a ball, and Tommy Kemp, what a run he has been on here, the super sectional semis to this point.
Well, he has been outstanding, setting the table on base, an incredible 9 consecutive times in those 2 baseball games, and he is so creative and dangerous on the bases. He is a table setter with score runs.
Checks it up, takes it for a ball. Last night, 4 for 4 with a walk. Drove in 2 and scored a run. 375 hitter coming in. The count now 3-2.
Kemp got a ring last year in the state baseball championship, 1 in football, now trying to get another one here tonight.
He's going to get another hit. 5 for 5 here in the state finals for Tommy Kemp, 10 straight times reaching base.
And you know, he got to 2 strikes on his at-bat, the initial one of the ball game for him. He doesn't care. He just got up off the bottom, stayed back on that fastball, and laced it right back up the middle.
Sets it up for Trey Swiderski. Swiderski hitting 4 at-bats last night, scored a couple of runs. The head coach Jared Voss made a lineup switch, a batting order switch from what he had earlier in the season. He moved Kemp and Swiderski, the 2 returning starters from last year's state title team, moved them to the number 1 and 2 spots in the order, and Hilltopper's offense has clicked since then. Big cut from Swiderski.
Swiderski, Louisville recruit, 1 of 2 on this Joliet Catholic team. Louisville, obviously a top 20 baseball program in the nation, and they get 2 Hilltoppers to commit to them.
6'3", 215-pounder. Kemp the lead at first. Riebling gets that ball to the plate in a hurry, and a strike on the outside corner. Swiderski didn't like it.
Steckler in left, Drabant in center, and Rosekrantz in right, all playing deep in the respect for the power that Trey Swiderski does indeed have, the pop he has in his bat.
Second throw over, Kemp diving back safely. Kemp checked into this tournament with 19 stolen bases on the season. Had a stolen base last night. Swiderski jammed. Little looper to the first baseman, Landgraf.
Really a quality pitch right there by Riebling, because he took that big, strong power hitter, and even though he's not overpowering with his fastball, he located that right in on his hands where he couldn't extend and drive the baseball.
I'll bring up Jake Troiner. Troiner, 6'3", 185-pound junior. A .442 average this year, leads the team with the 11 doubles. Into the hole off the glove of Bagley. Runners at first and second for Joliet Catholic Academy.
Ball hit hard, inside out swing. It's going to go as an error. Bagley is a play that he probably has made many, many times. And I think what happened to Bagley on that play is he was already thinking double play before he secured the baseball and the force out at second. So the floodgate opened just a little bit with that error.
Designated hitter Zach Beitler. Sophomore brought up late in the season with injuries. During his time up, he's hit over 400. Batting for the pitcher, Nate Simney. Kemp and Troiner at the bases, second and first respectfully. Lucas Riebling delivers ball 1.
Yeah, how about Beitler? You know, you're on the sophomore season, probably dominating but you don't think, okay, I'm going to be hitting the 4-hole in the state title game at that point. But luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and he just did that.
High chopper. Kemp's able to get out of the way of a potential tag, and that high hopper will move runners to second and third.
Really a great awareness, spatial awareness, I call that, by Kemp, who was able to elude that tag and set up a second and third situation, our first game situation of the night.
Table set for Vinny Spadafora. Looks the first pitch inside. Spadafora hitless in 4 at-bats last night. Did walk and score a run.
19 RBIs coming into the tournament, so he can drive in runs.
White tried to pull that ball, and strike zone. That ball pretty much came through the right-handed batter's box. Troiner at second base takes his lead behind the baseline. Now he'll creep in just a bit. And a piece of it.
The reason he's deeper is to take away the angle of Vagley for any kind of pickoff. So he takes away that angle, and then as the delivery starts to come, he goes into the geometric shortest distance is a straight line. Gotta love the intricacies of the game of baseball.
It's just a few steps one way or another,
yes,
but it makes such a difference. Spadafora, base hit left field. Kemp scores easily. They will hold. Troiner at third, and Joliet Catholic Academy hits the board first.
Really nice piece of hitting. Got a fastball up and away. It was not located where it was supposed to be, down and away. Get the ball up. It was hit hard.
JCA coming off a 5-run 7th inning last night to pull it away from Quincy Notre Dame.
And what new? Tommy Kemp gets on base and scores a run. It's almost automatic.
Brett Holbert at the plate. He was 3 for 5 last night with a triple mixed in.
He was very impressive. I love the way he patrols center field. He's got great speed, great baseball instincts.
Runners at the corners. Line drive, base hit, another run will score. Troiner comes in. Spadafora round second into third. 2 runs in, first and third for the Hilltoppers.
2 2-out RBIs and counting right now. Hilltoppers in swing mode. 3 base hits in inning number 1. Moving the baseball with authority. How about the last 2 base hits? Spadafora, left-hander, went opposite left field. Holbert, a right-hander, went opposite to right field. Really good hitting mechanics, taking the pitch where it's at and hitting the ball, barreling up, not trying to do too much.
Zach Pomato, sophomore catcher. He came up at the same time that Beitler did. Pomato's got a lot of catching time, 382 average coming into the tournament. Last night, Pomato 2 for 3, so that average is boosted, drove in a couple of runs. Lucas Riebling's been hit hard here in the first inning. Delivers to Pomato. The swings are not bashful.
No, they have come out with great aggressiveness swinging the bat. And I don't think that the JCA team has swung at a bad ball yet in this inning. 2 strikes, they might put something in motion here.
They do. Throw through, into center field. Spadafora will score the 3rd run of this inning.
Really a nice job. You think you first and third, you're going to let your hitter take a couple hacks. You get in the hole 0-2. It's like, okay, let's go ahead and put a gamble on. Kind of surprised, to be honest with you. Columbia threw to second base, had a throw through on, and Joliet Catholic creative on the bases and score a run with their speed.
1 hopper back to Riebling. And that will close out the top half of the first inning. A big, big first inning for the defending state champs. 3 runs, 3 hits. Toss in a couple of errors, and it adds up to a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Neil O'Donnell is in his 7th year as a head coach at Columbia. 177 victories for O'Donnell, including a 3rd-place finish last year. And here is his starting lineup. Jack Steckler, Dom Vagley, and Alex Schreckenberg, the top of the order. Brody Landgraf, the freshman at first base. Tyler Rosecrans in right field. Riley Etherton in the lineup tonight. He's a designated hitter for the pitcher, Lucas Riebling. The lineup rounded out by Aiden Gaither, Brendan White, and Reed Drabant. Defensively for JCA, Graham Roselle in left field tonight, Brett Hulbert and Trey Swiderski. And then in the infield, Vinny Spadafora, Lucas Simulik. And on the right side, Tommy Kemp, Jake Troiner, the catcher, Zach Pomano, Nate Simney on the mound, the righty for the Hilltoppers.
Simney, a 6 foot, 190-pound senior, 3-2 on the season, 30 innings pitched, 3.27 earned run average.
First pitch to Steckler, a little bit low. Jack Steckler had a couple of hits and 5 at-bats in the 9-0 win over DePaul College Prep.
Steckler's job, just like Kemp, is to get on base here. Wants to get Columbia a little bit of momentum regained.
Simney, good fastball on the outside corner.
And a good take on 2-0 in the leadoff position. You got to make that pitcher come and throw a strike. Simney was capable. Got the veteran senior presence out on the hill.
Working quickly, getting a piece of it is Steckler. Simney headed to Wisconsin Parkside. Super sectionally pitched in relief. Winning pitcher in 4 innings, struck out 8, only gave up 1 hit, 1 walk. Steckler right to the left fielder, Graham Roselle, 1 gone.
Pretty good at batted by Steckler. He got ball 2, evened up at 2-2. Hit that ball relatively hard, but not at all did Roselle need to move to make that catch.
And that will bring Dom Vagley to the plate. Vagley will be a Kansas Jayhawk. Last night, he was dominant. 7 innings, only gave up 4 hits, struck out 9 in the complete game shutout. Vagley picking up his 10th win of this season. It's not lost a game for Columbia. The Eagles, 34 wins in 38 games. Inside corner for a strike, 0-2.
Back-to-back pitches on the inner third. In and in, he shakes one off. I think he wants to come right back in his grill.
He does. Vaguely, how about these numbers? He scored going into the tournament 55 runs, leading the team. 50 runs batted in, leads the team. His average went down last night with a 1-for-5 performance. He came into the tournament hitting .504, 19 doubles, and 12 home runs. And Simney gets him swinging.
And that was a quality pitch, and I will tell people why. We mentioned he went in, he went in, he went in again, got the foul ball, and then he extended home plate, which goes 17 inches. He extended that plate to about 18 and a half, 19 inches. It got the swing and a miss.
Second baseman Alex Schreckenberg last night in that win, 2 for 4. A couple of runs scored. He drove in a run. And a stolen base last night. He's not been caught stealing this season.
Yeah, he's 32 out of 32, and he had reached base 7 of 8 times in the sectional, and then the game last night. So he is their main man as an offensive catalyst.
2 balls and a strike to Schreckenberg.
He'll be playing at McKendree, a very fine baseball tradition school down in Lebanon, Illinois, right?
Yep. Ball into the dirt, 3-1. Just enough of it. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
See, and that's a ball that Schreckenberg, as much as I love his game, because he really captivated me last night, that was a ball on the outer part of the plate that he tried to get the barrel around. Go ahead, hit the ball into right center field and run for fun, young man.
Ball 4. Hilltopper fans thought they had a K there, but instead Schreckenberg down at first base.
Now
To the cleanup hitter, Brody Landgraf. Landgraf, an impressive freshman. Landgraf, 6'5", 200-pounder, 355 average. Yesterday, 2 for 2, a couple of runs batted in. First pitch to him misses.
Went to the press room after their win yesterday, and he was at the press table, and he was asked, well, what'd you think? Oh, I just try to hit the ball hard, pick up my team. Oh, so kind and meek, but boy, when he carries a heavy stick. Didn't want to brag upon himself. He has all the tools to be not a good baseball player, but a great baseball player as his career goes on. It's from the open stance.
Short lead at first for Schreckenberg, dancing a little bit. You know, and he would join, again, we're projecting well in the future, but what a great baseball community Columbia is. Josh Fleming of the Tampa Bay Rays, a 2014 graduate. TJ Matthews on the 87 championship team. Pickoff, ooh, Steckler nearly lost his footing there, nearly got picked.
And they even have Trent Blank, who's the bullpen coach of Seattle Mariners, so they have some major league ties. Trent Blank was part of the 07 title team.
Championships, as you said, in 07. And he got him, the pick at first base. Schreckenberg picked off. He doesn't believe it. Simney, the move to first. We've played 1 inning here in your 2A championship game. Joliet Catholic, thanks to that 3-spot in the top of the first inning, lead it 3-1, 3-0 going into the second.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Last 2 innings, JCA has come to the plate. Last night's semifinal, and here in the championship game, they have combined to score 8 runs. An offense that at times early in the season a little bit sluggish, really relied on small ball. They picked it up big time here as we've come up to the end of the regular season and definitely here in the playoffs.
Well, Kemp's been there all year. Hubbard's been there all year, the big boppers, but you mentioned the addition of Beitler from Mato has really helped this team.
That was a turning point. After the first pitch, Scram Roselle right into the glove of Reed Drabant, 1 gone. funny how things can work out, right? I mean, you have, an injury situation, so you have to make a decision. You've got some guys on a sophomore team that are ready to roll. Beitler, Pomato come up, and as we said, Jared Voss says that was a turning point of our year. Lucas Simulik at the plate.
And up to date, they've outscored their opponents in the tournament, including today, 56-8. So you talk about dominant tournament run, that's what they are in.
Simulik will foul it away. Hit less than 3 at-bats yesterday. Freshman shortstop.
Yeah, he really handles his glove well.
Waits on net. Straight back again.
Saw him make a couple run-through plays yesterday and one in the hole that was beyond his years.
Down the count. Lucas Riebling gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. His team didn't help him, committing a couple of errors in that inning. Just enough to stay alive.
Very impressed by both these pitchers who like to work with quick tempo, create rhythm, trust their defense. Look, Riebling's ready to get it and pitch it, and his defense will be right up on their toes.
Yet another foul ball. And just as you were saying that, watching Riebling, it was the previous pitch, a foul straight back. A lot of times that's when pitchers will take their breather. He was right back, got the ball back, and he's ready to go, just as he is here after that foul ball. Simulik will go down looking. Riebling froze him with the breaking ball.
That one went down and hard. That ball had to have dropped off plane about 6 inches.
I'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Tommy Kent.
Number 2, Tommy Kemp.
Kemp with a single, a run scored. To second base, Treckenberg bobbles for a moment, recovers and throws him out, and there's your story of the night. Tommy Kemp is retired. 10 straight.
I'll tell you what, you think Tommy Kemp, he doesn't worry about getting taken out of the lineup, does he, for making it out there? 10 times an unbelievable run he has had.
Hilltoppers up and down in order in the top half of the second inning. We go to the bottom. Columbia 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Brody Landgraf to get things started here for Columbia. He was at the plate when Treckenberg was picked off first base by Simney. Landgraf goes after a first pitch, jammed himself. An easy 4-3 from Kemp to Troiner.
How about Kemp ranging far to his left, using his speed and his baseball instincts? And that wasn't an easy play, but he made it look very simplistic manner.
Number 5 hitter is the right fielder Tyler Rosencrantz. Rosencrantz, a senior, 6'1". Just a few ticks shy of a 400 batting average coming into the tournament, 390 coming in. Simney just misses.
And kudos to Simney as well, because he wants to work with a good pace. He will deliver this ball in about 9 seconds between the last pitch.
That's getting the job done. Rosencrantz 2 for 4 last night, so that 390 batting average will go up a tick. Both these teams swung the bat in the semifinals Columbia with 14 hits and 9 runs. JCA scored 10 runs on 11 hits. Rosencrantz 1 pitch away from reaching first base.
I think Neil O'Donnell knows his team needs to scratch next. They don't get all 3, but they can't keep chasing a larger margin.
Another jam job. Charging hard is Samulik on the run. Got him.
That is a superlative play by the freshman phenom. He just flat out charged that ball, ran through it, had just that bit of hesitation between glove and hand, but was able to throw a seed across the diamond.
2 quick outs to the designated hitter, the number 6 hole hitter, Riley Etherton. Etherton did not play last night. 17 hits and 36 at bats. Calculated, it's a .472 average.
You know, when you're real young and you're taught, expect the baseball, want the baseball, that young man, Samulik, really does want the baseball. I would surmise that he probably takes hundreds and hundreds of ground balls, and he'll continue to do that throughout his career.
And how about that for a team? You look over there and, have a whole bunch of seniors on the field. And you look, as a freshman sitting at shortstop, but you have all the confidence in the world when that ball goes his way.
And I'm sure he's been helped, honestly, by Tommy Kemp, leadership as the middle infield. It's a nice shortstop second base combo.
Ball and 2 strikes to Etherton. Batting for the pitcher, Lucas Riebling.
6'1", 230.
Good block by Pomado. They're going to appeal. Did he go? They checked. He did not. Count goes to 2-2.
Good job by Pomado, though. He went, made the tag. He would have had out if he got the call. So he did everything in the right order there, the sophomore catcher.
Breaking ball gets him looking. Nothing Etherton could have done with that. Another 1-2-3 inning. This time it's Columbia that goes down in order. 2 complete in the books here in your 2A championship ball game, and the Hilltoppers from Joliet Catholic Academy looking to go back-to-back, have the early 3-0 lead.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. We are quickly ready to start the top half of the 3rd inning. Trey Swiderski to lead things off.
59 runs accounted for between RBIs and runs scored by Swiderski. He's been around this program for a while. He's been around an awful lot of wins.
Down the count, 0-2. 1-2-3. Swiderski will have a seat.
That was a quality pitch. Strike 2 was a breaking ball, inner part. That was a fastball, outer edge. He got the call, locked him up. Swiderski, as great a hitter as I think he may have been guessing there, can't do that with 2 strikes.
Riebling averages about a strikeout per inning, and that was his second here tonight.
Riebling just a junior. He was their number 2 pitcher last year, so he has the experience. Played, obviously, in the state finals.
Columbia championships, you mentioned earlier in 07, also in 1987, third last year. It's interesting because with that success, pitch to Troiner, fouled away. From 2007 to 2018, Columbia didn't win a regional.
That ball got stuck.
Yeah, where is that ball?
It hit a water pipe, and it's raining. Down the left field, there's water coming down on this level. How about that?
Well,
we're in a rain delay. They had to shut the water off. It's like the old fountain at Comiskey Park, right?
The alarms are going off. Well, they say you always see something new.
I was going to say, have you ever seen this in a ball game, Dave Bernhard?
Well, I see.
Oh, it's raining. That's why they're.
Yeah, and all the fans on the Columbia side behind the dugout scrambling to get out of the way of the water.
There is a vast and strong shower coming from the top level of the stadium. That foul ball hit a pipe. The pipe is spewing water everywhere. If it's 90 degrees out here, they're getting a little bit of a breeze of rain right now. You think you've seen it all at a baseball game.
Well, and our home plate umpire, Gary Budzinski, looks up to the press box and he's laughing. You know, and meanwhile, you have the conversation. You have catcher Brendan Wyke. He's talking to not only Troiner, but also Zach Beitler. Like, can you believe this?
And Craig Anderson from the IHSA was in the booth right next to us, but I'm sure he's got to make some decisions here. Now, obviously, people, this has no effect on the game. I mean, there's no water on the field, but there's definitely a leaked pipe, and you can't shut the water off in the stadium. Yeah, the fire alarm is indeed going off, but there is no fire. But anytime a fire alarm goes off, you're supposed to have a fire truck.
Well, we have a migration of Columbia High School fans from behind the third base dugout. They're coming in front of us, directly behind home plate. I don't know if they're going to be dry here.
Now the general manager of the Chiefs is like, oh my.
This is not something you could even consider happening. Like if you said, name the top 1,000 things that could happen at a baseball game, this would not be one of them.
We are in a water pipe delay.
Oh, my goodness. You know what it looks like? You know, of course, we are right behind home plate. This is happening directly behind the Columbia dugout. It looks like, you know, on a hot day, you get the sprinklers that are set out at different festivals and such. And the alarm finally has gone off.
Got a good shot of the rain shower going on.
Well, we've had 90-degree temperatures all week, so I guess it'd only be natural to get a cooling mist, though it's a little heavier than a mist.
It's heavier than a mist. If you can picture, like, you know, Disney World, the mist that you go through.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And now they're bringing teams off the field.
Well, given the forecast, I don't see one person here that brought an umbrella. Everybody off the field for Columbia. The umpire's getting a big laugh out of it. The foul ball was a good shot. Then all of a sudden I heard this strange noise.
Yes. And then we saw everyone turn like there was a problem. Well, there is a problem.
Dozer Park here in Peoria. 2A championship game. 3-0 Joliet Catholic lead. 1 out here in the top of the third.
You know, we've had some levity, but now the question is, I mean, like, what do you do?
Well, as you said, it's not reaching the field.
Yeah. And
now, the alarm was one thing, though. That's
right.
the thing you have to.
But to reiterate, there's no danger.
Right.
There's no danger, and there's no effect on the game. And here comes the fire truck,
right,
which has to come.
Yes.
And they have to give clearance.
Well, we would hope that the water supply in downtown Peoria is not exhausted. I mean, what would that call sound like if you called it into the fire department? I mean, they get the alarm trip, but hey, we have a broken pipe. How did the pipe break? Well, foul ball hit it. What? I don't know why I'm so fascinated by just watching water come out, spray out of a pipe.
I'm just fascinated because, you know, you and I have had a chance to be not at hundreds of games in our life, but thousands. And I've never seen a water pipe delay.
Oh, my goodness.
And we got, what, 1,500 people here tonight? I've never seen 1,500 people watching spray happen either.
You know, this is one of the few times nobody's looking at their phones.
No.
This is so bizarre. We saw a fire truck just come by. We heard it.
You know, but the one question, obviously the fire department is here, and they will give a clearance. We know that will happen. But, I mean, you can't, if that's a main water pipe, I mean, you can't turn off the water, right? Unless you can do it by section. Because you have people here, you can't just shut off the water supply.
No, how crazy is this? Is Brendan White, the catcher, he was in full gear. He's taken everything off. He came up into the concourse. I think he's going to use the washroom, I believe. I'm not sure if he's going to have any water in there. Yeah, the two sections directly behind and encompassing the entire length of the Columbia dugout, the ones that are affected. And luckily, that suite in that area was not rented here this evening. Well, let's recap what's happened other than what's happening on the upper level here. First inning, Tommy Kemp led things off the single. He eventually scored. There was an error involved by a shortstop. An RBI from Vinny Spadafora. Brett Hulbert followed with one. 3 runs crossing the plate. Since then, nothing on the scoreboard. 6 men have come to the plate. 6 men have been retired. One of them by way of a pickoff for Columbia. We're going to take a break. We come back. I was going to say Jake Trainer will be at the plate. I'm not so sure that would be the case. We're in a delay. A water pipe break. 3-0 Joliet Catholic. Back in a bit.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Back at Dozer Park, where we are at a standstill. We see some clarification as to the cause of this water mishap. Producer Frank Blaine indicates that foul ball hit a sprinkler head. And of course, once you do that, all heck breaks loose. The head comes off, the water sprays out, it trips the alarm. And I feel like we're either running out of water. So don't see
they shut
much.
Things down.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
No, it's still going. It's just blast.
There's definitely water still coming out.
It's let up quite a bit, and the noise level of that has gone down quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was strange at first. You knew the foul ball, and you actually heard the bang, and then all of a sudden you heard a weird noise, and then you saw all the people below on the concourse level from Columbia, their fans gathered there, all looking up and then moving. So you think, what's dangerous? Well, they were getting wet. That's why they ran.
Because they were running with smiles on their faces. But, there's a significant amount of water. If you take a look right behind the dugout, that water is puddled up behind the
It's come all the way down the stairs, yes.
Yeah. How many times during the course of our broadcast do you say, have you ever seen this? You ever seen this?
Yeah. That's a crazy one.
If it's going to happen, it's a good thing it happens now. We're early in the game, second inning, and granted it's a 3-0 lead for JCA, but it's not a late inning pressure situation. Gives us a chance to catch you up on what's going on here this weekend. Back in 1A on Friday, that seems like a long time ago. 2 semifinal games, each decided by 1 run. Jabot Catholic from Waterloo knocking off Goreville 7-6. In the second game, it was a walk-off for Henry Senachwine, a 2-1 win over Newman Central Catholic. We got things started in 1A this morning. Third place game won by Sterling Newman, 6-2 over Goreville. And then it was Jabot, an 8-0 dominating win over Henry Senachwine. And we moved to 2A scores from yesterday. So we mentioned 2 big victories, Columbia 9-zip over DePaul College Prep, Joliet Catholic Academy, the 10-3 win over Quincy Notre Dame. And it was Quincy Notre Dame that picked up the 3rd place trophy earlier this afternoon, 7-2 win over DePaul College Prep. And evidently the water is off. Fans will return to wet seats behind that Columbia dugout.
Play ball.
Eagles heading back onto the field.
Riebling will get as much time as he wants to warm up.
Jake Troiner at the plate. He will return to the plate. Neil O'Donnell making sure his pitcher does get an adequate number of warm-up tosses here, and we'll be ready to roll here in just a bit.
Well, we have some levity, no doubt about that. And now your job is honestly refocus and get back. You had that high level of emotion, right? State championship emotion. And all of a sudden you have a big letdown as far as, the levity of the atmosphere. You got to get that little swag back, whether you're on both teams. I think everybody in this ballpark also, you said cell phones were down for a while. I guarantee you everyone's been on their cell phone and texting and saying, you won't believe what just happened at the state championship game.
Yeah, I just had to tell the network, it's a little hard to explain that we're on a rain delay without rain.
Not a cloud in the sky, and we're delayed by water. Hey, let's go. Here we're ready to have some more fun.
Hey, let's do some baseball.
Let's play some baseball.
Brennan White, the catcher, has put his equipment back on. We're ready to go. 1 out here in the 3rd. Jake Troiner, the number 3 hitter for the Hilltoppers at the plate. Another foul ball, and you flinch now that you're seeing foul balls.
So Riebling got his warm-ups, and very smart Nate Simney down in the Joliet Catholic bullpen. Making sure he's warming up once again as well for Nathan.
I believe I heard our first base umpire, Gerald Lowe, said no pitch.
Had someone called time. I heard the word time. I don't know if time was called. By any means, a 1-2 count.
There's 2-2. Troiner reached on an error, eventually scored. He came home on the single by Brett Holbert. Fouled away, headed to a sprinkler head.
Never can tell.
We have Peoria Fire Department on scene, and they got themselves a foul ball souvenir.
I got to believe those firemen, this is a call they've never been to as well. A pipe delay at a ball game.
1 out walk to Troiner. Designated hitter Zach Beitler. Beitler grounded out to third. It did advance a couple of runners. Skies this one. Foul territory. Staying with it is Brody Landgraf for the catch.
Landgraf's hat fell off. Then he decided to throw his sunglasses off, and one-handed made that catch.
Benny Spadafora, a base hit to left field, drove in a run. He also scored later. He came home on a throwing error on a first and third when the throw went through into center field, and Spadafora scored from third. 3-run first for the Hill.
Spadafora took that base hit to left field on a ball in the outer part. Then Holbert, right after him, took a base hit to right field on a ball on the outer edge. 2 really nice pieces of hitting back to back.
Delayed steal. Successful, except that it hits Troiner. I believe that got him the head. His helmet went flying. The throw bouncing in. And have a couple of trainers hustling out there to second base.
Joliet Catholic loves to utilize the delayed steal, but more importantly right now is the health of Troiner, as he's got 2 or 3 people attending to him at once.
Let's go to a quick break, please.
Troiner down, and we'll take a break. To say this inning has had a range of emotions would be an understatement. Moments ago, umpires, players, coaches, fans were laughing at a water spray, and now the crowd has gone silent with Jake Troiner out near second base. He was headed there on a delayed steal attempt. The ball bounced in. Could not tell exactly what happened. His helmet went flying.
And the best news we can report, putting the glasses on here, is that They are speaking with him, and he is speaking back, and he's sitting up right now. So those are all good signs at this point.
Well, it was immediate that the trainers from both sides of the field came running out to provide any assistance necessary. Possibly the strangest inning.
Yeah, and you're right. It went from total levity to silence of concern.
They're being extra careful with Troiner here. Well, this is the hardest thing if you're a coach or your teammates. You have to accept that, let the professionals do their job, and you have nothing really to offer here. So the space is being given. You know, and it really is I think a sign of respect on both sets of fans here. Columbia crowd silent. Some murmurs, of course. But the mood has changed.
And you're right, the Joliet Catholic coaching staff out and around in support of their player, but allowing the 3 members of the training staff right now to do their job.
Troiner Jr. It was interesting when I came in early this morning. Our first game was at 9 o'clock. Came in early and was accompanied by one of the trainers that staff the IHSA championship events. And you think how many times trainers, the best day for them is when they don't have to attend to anything, but when you need them. And I think that's what I respect most about athletic trainers, and we've seen them in action in various sports on various levels, is how their observation is so spot on. You know, you might say, well, you have no action for how long, and then all of a sudden something happens, you know the incident, and you run out there with a plan of treatment.
Yeah, and trainers are taught. They don't diagnose, they recognize. And there's a difference. They recognize what is transpiring, then they make the proper decisions and calls if need be.
Trainer sitting up now.
He'll get a hand.
Assisted to his feet.
The first people to react in a positive fashion was the Columbia side and the Columbia players.
How about that? Two teams from opposite parts of the state meeting here in central Illinois.
So I can tell you that he's holding his nose, not the back of his head, so that ball had to come up and hit him squarely somewhere in the middle of his face.
John O'Brien will take his place on the bases.
Lucas Riebling's like, how many times do I have to warm up before I throw a pitch? It's just really weird. Dave, you described it before. We had the build-up, the anticipation, right, of the beginning of a championship ball game. Then we had the excitement, especially if you're a JCA fan, of a big 3-run inning. So you had that crescendo, right? And you had all the action and activity. And it's basically the emotions come to a halt 2 different ways here in this inning.
We'll restart again, and all of this happened within, what, 1 batter and a couple of pitches. So Vinny Spadafora at the plate, a runner in scoring position. A couple of outs here in the 3rd. O'Brien takes the lead at second. The call strike brings the count to 2-1. Dribbling the quick glance to second, and another. Here he comes. Spotafora, good pitch right in on his fists.
Spotafora can drive the ball into left center field gap. Big gap between Gerbrandt center and Steckler in left. That ball would roll all the way to the wall if they split that gap at all.
He's going to left field. It's going to get down. O'Brien being waved. Here's the throw from Steckler. It's a good one. He'll be in safe, and it's second base safe, and a 4-0 lead for JCA.
Good piece of hitting, good base running on both ends. Spotafora not only drives in another run, but gets to second base on the throw through. And JCA is in business, keeping the pressure on.
Now play number 13, Brett Hulbert.
Brett Hulbert will come to the plate. He drove in a run in the first inning. A 4-0 lead. Hulbert goes hacking.
And the one run on the board this inning thus far. How'd he get on? Base on balls. Base on balls seem to always bite you.
Hulbert, center fielder for the Hilltoppers. Gonna pitch up. 2 balls, no strikes.
You're the infield right now for Columbia. You have to be aware, knowing the personnel capabilities Hulbert can really run. So you're going to get pressure on you to feel it cleanly and throw the ball across the diamond efficiently.
And that will plunk Hulbert. He'll be at first base. He wanted to hit. He didn't want to be hit. It's been a rough inning for Lucas Riebling because of what he's had to battle through.
Yes. And a well-timed, well-taken timeout by Neil O'Donnell, trying to talk to his entire ball club right now and refocus them. The Belleville West grad played in the state tournament for the Kane County Cougar Stadium way back in his Belleville West days. He's won 2 state championships as an assistant coach, playing for one here as a head coach.
You know, he is one of those assistants that
magic.
Your first year, you win a state championship, you figure it's easy.
Won a state championship as an assistant down in Memphis area, then at Columbia. In 07, they won the title when he was on staff, and now he's got his own team here for the 2nd straight year, this time in the final game.
You know, and I don't know that Neil O'Donnell thought it was going to be easy, but we've had coaches joke with us.
Yeah.
That they say, boy, you know, this is easy when you're an assistant. You win a state championship in your first year. At the plate is Zach Pomato. Spotafora at second, Hulbert at first. This has been a long inning in more ways than one. Lucas Riebling to deliver on 1-1.
It's really strange right now. We keep talking about the emotions of this inning because Joliet Catholic, let's call it as it is, at this point, they're in total command, right? But even they're like totally relaxed. You know, the juice isn't going. There's not, it's just a strange couple happenings in this inning.
Holds up, 3 balls and a strike. Evens it up now, 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2. Runners first and second, 2 outs. They'll be on the move.
They'll go on first movement, getting a great head start on this pitch.
Pomato, 3-2 pitched. Rifles this one into the crowd, bangs off one of the seats and deep onto the concourse. And called strike 3. Pamato thought he might have a free pass. Not to be. Top of the third inning finally comes to a close. 1 run. It was an RBI single from Vinny Spadafora. Stretches the Joliet Catholic Academy lead to 4-0.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Jimmy Sharp has taken over at first base for Jake Troyner. Sharp, 6-foot senior. Hilltoppers strike for a run, and now it's very, very important bottom half of an inning, bottom of the third here for Columbia. They don't want to lose touch with the defending state champs.
Yeah, I thought it was critical, quite honestly. If you're going to go back when it was 3-0, I thought they needed to get the next run on the board. And now it's even more emphasis down 4. I mean, let's call it as is. They can't get down 5, 6, 7 runs in the middle of this baseball game. So they need to create something offensively right now. Nathan Simney's been really rock solid thus far from 60 feet, 6 inches away on that bump.
7, 8, 9, Aiden Gaither, Brennan White, and Reed Drabant. Been a long time since Simney's been out there, but as you notice, he had been throwing in the bullpen, so he got his tosses in.
And between himself and his coaching staff, really good that he did just that.
Eagles don't like that call. One ball, one strike to Aiden Gaither. Rolls it out to Lucas Similik. One gone.
So silky smooth.
Brennan White, catcher, had a couple of hits in the semifinal last night.
Now plate number 16, Brennan White.
Fastball right there from Simney. Struck out a batter in the first, batter in the second.
Like 267 hitter coming in, but he has extra base power. Pull off that ball a little bit. Tell you what, Nathan Simney is really in good rhythm right now. Got a really compact, effortless motion.
Comes up over the top. This ball slicing away. Right fielder with the red glove. Trey Swiderski runs it down for the second out.
Really a nice running catch. We had talked about his speed, his athletic prowess, and he showed it right there.
And to battle the sun a little bit as well, as those shadows have extended. Not harsh shadows. 2 outs to the number 9 hitter, Reed Drabant, the center fielder. Drabant to play college baseball at Vincennes Junior College. Drabant boosted his batting average from .211 last year to .324 this season. He did it with hard work.
And once you work hard, you have some success, then that just is more emphasis in your mind that, yes, I can get the job done.
Ball and 2 strikes. And the other thing it does is for younger players on your team or in your program, you say, well, you know, look what Reed did.
Yeah.
This could be you. Waves at that one. Strikeout an inning for Simney. He's faced the minimum number of batters through 3. And Joliet Catholic will bat with a 4-run lead.
Rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Changes in the Columbia defensive position. Lucas Riebling no longer pitching. He is at third. Brady Matthews to come out and pitch. Lefty.
So let's take a look at Brady Matthews. 6'1", 160-pound junior. 5-0 record on the season. 32 innings pitched. Allowed 19 hits. 44 strikeouts, 11 base on balls, and the left-hander sporting a sparkling 1.75 earned run average.
Aiden Gaither is out of the game with Matthews in his spot.
Number 15, Graham Roselle.
First batter that Matthews will face is Graham Roselle. Roselle flew out to center field. That led off the second inning. Roselle goes after that first one from Matthews. 6-foot junior. Comes over the top. Think he got some pitching lessons along the way?
Yes, I do. I think he's got pretty good bloodlines.
Yeah, Brady Matthews, son of T.J. Matthews, not only on that 80-cent championship team, but in 8 seasons in the major leagues, played with the Cardinals, the A's, and the Astros. Matthews got the win in the Super Sectional, a complete game victory. It was a 4-1 win over Nashville.
Columbia infield, middle infield. Bagley Schickenberg playing way back on the grass. That tells you 2 things. One, they're going to get a chance to knock down some balls with angles, but secondly, the confidence they have in their throwing arms.
Good pitch. Dove in on Roselle, and he's gone for out number 1.
Setting in play number 1, Lucas Simulek.
Lucas Simulek, freshman. 2 hops, skips over the glove of Riebling. Vagley's throw across will not be in time. Gets away, infield single for Simulek.
Boy, 2 things there. One, Vagley went far in the hole, set his feet through a 1 hop on purpose over to first base. It couldn't be handled. But Simulek, way quicker than I anticipated. He was down that line in a hurry, showing great speed and great hustle down the first base line, infield hit.
Top of the order, and Tommy Kemp. Kemp singled and scored in the first, retired in the second. He had reached base at least 10 straight times, tracing back through the Super Sectional. Matthews straight over the top.
I think Kemp was a catalyst last year in their state tournament. I do remember that. We don't have his numbers, but I know he was all over the place in their offense.
And he did that from the number 9 spot. Your true second leadoff man. Joliet Catholic Academy state championships in 1994 under Joe Ridegaro. He's an assistant coach on this team. And Jared Voss in 2009, 13, and last year, 2022.
But Joliet Catholic and their long storied championship tradition has never gone back-to-back trying to do that tonight.
So Jared Voss, in addition to 3 state championships, also 4 other state trophies, a couple of second-place finishes, a third and a fourth. To short, looking for 1, looking for 2, can't do it. Vaguely got out to Schreckenberg, but being down the line was Kemp.
Good job by Vaguely getting the ball to Schreckenberg, and actually a pretty good turn, but not a chance with the speed of Kemp. So you see Samulik at the bottom of the order, Kemp at the top, just flat out run.
This will be a base stealing opportunity for Kemp. 2 out in the top of the 4th. Big cut from Trey Swiderski.
Good job by Matthews. He went over on the first throw to freeze Kemp, and there he went with a slide step. So going to make him think.
And time a higher leg kick.
And he actually had him going back. To have the senior going back, just tells you how dangerous you are on the hill. The runner does not have a good read on him as of yet. Now he's extended the lead.
Kemp was dancing back. Swiderski hits this one on the nose. One hops the center fielder, Drabant. Runners first and second. Again, the top of the order, getting on base and making things happen. Jimmy Sharp to hit. This was Jake Troiner's spot in the order. Sharp came on to play defense last inning. Last half inning. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. Breaking ball didn't drop far enough.
Jimmy Sharp's got to stand there. He bailed a little bit on that breaking ball, lefty versus lefty. Got to keep that lead side in, head down, and think middle opposite right here as you get your approach to the plate.
Inside out, off his fingers. Riebling with it, rifles it across. And that closes out the inning. No damage done here in the 4th. We're halfway home in your Class 2A state championship ball game. It's the Hilltoppers and Joliet Catholic Academy on top, 4-0. Today's game is available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app. For Apple and Android devices, download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Columbia will get started with the top of their order. Minimum number of batters faced. Nate Simney walked Alex Schreckenberg with 2 outs in the first and then proceeded to pick him off.
The Eagles got to get something going. And if you have the right guy that you want to ignite your offense, he's up right now. Jack Steckler.
He lined out to left his first time up. That one bore in on him.
And if he gets on base with Vaguely on deck, they can get something going. Try to backdoor curveball. Couldn't find the back edge of the plate. Good job by Steckler letting it go.
Steckler, the ever so slight crouch from that left-hand batter's box. It's taking into account 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Pitching him away, playing him away. Shading the left center field is Brett Hulbert, the speedy center fielder.
Steckler, the leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
That was a quality at-bat because he got behind on the count. And Simney was on the edge a couple different pitches, but Steckler didn't bite.
Dom Bagley looking for something big from the senior. Simney with about an 87-mile-per-hour fastball over to first base. Short lead, down by 4. Bagley hits this one hard, deep to left center. And this ball bounces over the fence, just nearly misses going out, and Bagley comes up with that big hit. Well, ground rule double.
Yeah, we talked about Steckler being a catalyst. He got on base with a quality at-bat. Don't you ever forget that. And he set the table for the big bopper who drove that ball about, 345, 350 feet. One bounced over the wall. If it wouldn't have hit the track, he would have stayed in the ballpark, and obviously Steckler would have scored easily. It probably would have been a triple.
Well, that brought the Columbia crowd up.
Ryan Quigley now coming to settle down his pitcher.
And that'll buy a little time for some folks headed down to the Joliet Catholic Academy bullpen. Mike Tooman with the slow walk down. Tooman actually came into this tournament leading the team in innings pitched. So a walk and a long double.
And you got 2 scenarios here to take a look at. If you're Columbia, quite honestly, you're happy if you just get those 2 runs and cut it to 4-2. And quite honestly, if you're Joliet Catholic, you'll be happy if you just keep it at 4-2. I mean, you'd love to have that 4-0, but you know what I mean. If they give up a run or 2 and they still have a 2-run lead. So Columbia looking for 2 runs, and Joliet Catholic looking to stay out of a big inning.
Nobody gone for Alex Streckenberg. Infield back, they'll give the run here. Amato smothers it at home plate.
What a great effort. Went down to his knees on a ball that was, 1.5 feet outside.
Yeah, Brody Landgraf on deck.
And he can charge a baseball.
That one will get away, and that one will score a run. Columbia's on the board. A wild pitch scores Steckler. Bagley advances to third.
Tommy Kemp in there trying to build some confidence back in his pitcher. Simney was cruising, wasn't he?
Just like that, it hits. Chopper, this will be enough to score another run. Kemp has to hurry to get the out at first base, but the RBI ground out from Alex Streckenberg, and this lead has been cut in half.
So we'll see how the rest of this inning pans out. I'll repeat the point I made just a moment ago. Columbia needed 2 runs. They got them. So they've done their job. They've have the lead. Joliet Catholic needs to stay out of a big inning. They gave up those 2 runs. Can they shut the door right here and keep that 2-run lead?
Freshman Brody Landgraf loops this one into left field, and it's down. Tying run will come to the plate just like that. That tying run is in the form of Tyler Rosecrans.
At the plate, number 17, Tyler Rosecrans.
Columbia students behind the dugout, they had been waiting to explode. They've done that just now. Definitely pick them up in your crowd, Mike.
Rosecrans, 390 hitter. He was robbed on an excellent play by shortstop Lucas Simulek last time up.
We play ball at Hannibal LaGrange, one of many Columbia players going to play at the next level.
I believe there is it 7 or 8 of the seniors will move on after they play for the Eagles.
There's 14 seniors on this team after having a relatively young team last year with only 4 seniors on the roster. They knew they had a lot coming back, and they've done what they've intended to do. That's get back here with a title opportunity.
One thing Neil O'Donnell, the head coach for Columbia, said, we are carrying a bigger roster this year.
Yep.
And part of that is, okay, you have these great seniors, but you still have to accommodate lower classes because they are your future. Rosecrans will look at a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
Simi looking to keep this ball down, try to get a ground ball, double play ball.
In the air, foul, out of play.
And he left that breaking ball up. Very hittable. Rosecrans just couldn't get the barrel on top of it.
Amato wanted it outside, not quite that far.
Landgraf not an extended lead at first base.
Freshman stands 6'5", weighs 200 pounds. Rolls it out and underneath the glove, a Spadafora. And there will put runners at first and second. This inning rolls along.
That ball just scooted right past Spadafora. Play he should have made. He was thinking double play instead of thinking, glove the baseball play from there. He was already looking towards second. And now it's Simney's job to pick up his teammates right here. Make a quality pitch. He's still a ground ball away.
Designated hitter Riley Etherton struck out looking. Pickoff attempt. Close. Kemp thought he had him. Landgraf got back. Had that ball been just a wee bit more towards the third base side, that would have been a big out.
Really good feat by Simney and a good tag by Tommy Kemp, albeit just a bit too late. That will shorten Landgraf for sure. Justifiably so.
We'll go straight on this time. The one thing Landgraf has to work with, just with everybody's positioning, is third base umpire Fred Marriott is standing there kind of in line with the pitcher Simney. So Landgraf has to be careful he can't get screened from a potential pickoff. Fastball misses up.
Etherton shaking his head. Yep, good take by me. I'm ahead on the count.
Simney and faced the minimum through 3 innings. Etherton will stare down a strike. 4 of the first 5 hitters in this inning have reached base. Pitch to Etherton. Amato has to go down and get it. Hitters count here for Riley Etherton.
Etherton can sit on a fastball right now. And if you're Simney, do you have confidence you come double up on a breaking ball here?
Short lead, Landgraf at second. Etherton fouls it away, skips on the roof, and heads to Adams Street here in downtown Peoria.
Simney had been effortless the first 3 innings, and every pitch right now is high leverage.
Two and two to Etherton. Again, Pamato. Wild pitch has already scored 1 run this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
This possibly could be Simney's last pitch if he's not effective with it.
Tuman appears ready to go in the bullpen. Pickoff throw again. That time again that Simney left it up on that first base side of the bag.
Yeah, it is hop pivot. He's not getting his arm on top. Dropping down just a little bit.
Now watch for a potential pick at first base here on that 3-2 count. Nope, he'll deliver. Netherton will stake strike 3. He had a good pitch. He knew he missed it. Big strikeout for Simney.
And I believe that pitch at this point kept Simney in the game.
Now to play number 9, Aiden Gaither.
Spatafora went into his pitcher. He said, "Thanks for picking me up." I guarantee you that's what he said. Great teammate right there. The job's not done, but he knew he got the next out. Spatafora waving to Rosell in left field. In here.
For Aiden Gaither. Rolls it out to Simulik. The force at second. And the inning comes to a close. However, 2 runs hit the plate. The lead cut in half through 4. Joliet Catholic Academy looking to go back-to-back, leading Columbia 4-2.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo.
You saying I did it?
Yeah.
Come on. What's wrong with
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
Down the Joliet Catholic dugout. Pretty lengthy conversation between pitching coach Ryan Quigley and head coach Jared Voss, obviously talking about what kind of decision they're going to make with their pitching situation.
First pitch swinging. Short left field. Zach Beitler will fly out to Jack Steckler. Okay, I'm going to take you back. Before we go into that conversation with Quigley, take you back to your comment you made before last inning started. If Columbia could get 2 runs, they feel great.
Yes.
If Joliet Catholic can allow just 2 after the first 2 men reached, they feel just fine.
I still feel that way, yes. The only momentum maybe stolen back by Joliet Catholic is that they left stranded 2 Columbia runners on, but I think both teams happy where they're at. Columbia back in the ball game, and Joliet Catholic was able to stem the tide and carry a 2-run lead in the last 3 innings of a state championship. So both teams probably feeling good going into inning number 5.
Vinny Spadafora at the plate. Couple of singles, couple of RBIs. 5th place hitter for the Hilltoppers. On the mound, Brady Matthews. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Hilltoppers. 2-2-2 for the Columbia Eagles. Matthews hits that outside part of the plate. Spadafora will head back to the dugout. 2nd strikeout for Brady Matthews. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th.
Matthews used the MVPs of pitching. Great movement on his ball. Velocities, changing speeds and placement. He located that ball right where he wanted. This is a slow the tempo timeout for Joliet Catholic. Trying to get Matthews, who's in rhythm, out of that rhythm just a bit.
Be interesting to see who will take the mound for Joliet Catholic next inning. Hulbert, single with an RBI, and he's also hit by a pitch. Matthews got that one right in Hulbert's kitchen. Matthews working quickly, and Hulbert hit for the 2nd time tonight. Throws that bat away in disgust, same with the elbow guard.
He's been on base all 3 times, and along with Tommy Kemp, when he's on base, things happen because he is indeed another speedster for his team.
Hulbert headed to North Central College as Zach Pomato makes his way to the plate. Left fielder Jack Steckler playing pretty deep for the left-handed hitting Pomato. That pitch up and in off the glove of White. A wild pitch will send Hulbert to scoring position.
So that was a gift right there. Joliet Catholic going to try to take advantage of that. The hit batsman, a wild pitch. A runner on second who's really done nothing to quote unquote earn it.
Lights on here at Dozer Park. Coming up on 8 o'clock. Right over the top.
And right on the edge. Tough to pick up. Kind of a gray type of sky right now between light and dark. The lights have not taken full effect.
Lefty on lefty, and Pomato will foul it away. Matthews a pitch away, stranding runner out at second base. Big gap in left center field. Into the air. Who wants it? Shortstop Dom Bagley will make the call, make the catch. JCA will strand a runner at second. Well, now Columbia comes back to bat. Last time they were there, they scored 2. They trail by 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in your Class 2A state championship game.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Joliet Catholic has made a re-entry, and it's number 22 over at first base. That is Jake Troiner.
And that is extremely good to see. Obviously, from a baseball standpoint, if you're a JCA fan, but more importantly for everyone here to know that Trainer, who was injured and down for what, 6-7 minutes at least.
Oh, at least, yes.
Hit by a thrown ball. Glad and thankful to see that he is back and ready to play baseball.
Brennan White will come to the plate. 7 people came to the plate for Columbia in the 4th inning. 2 of them scored. White, the number 8 hitter, leading it off, will be followed by Reed Drabant and then Jack Steckler at the top. Crucial inning here for each of these teams in a 4-2 game. Simney back on the mound.
I think he was 1 pitch away from being replaced last inning. That 3-2 pitch with 1 out. He got the strikeout, then the 3rd out of the inning, and basically pitched over the error by Spadafora.
Mike Tuman has thrown a game down in the bullpen. He continues to throw. He's not going 100% here, just staying loose. That nearly clips White. If he had to do it all over again, he may have hung in there.
And the hat signal came from dugout to bullpen. Is he ready? And the answer was yes.
Three and 1 count. Ball 4. And that may be Simney's last batter. No movement from the JCA dugout yet. Chase Schrader be the courtesy runner for White at first base. So now
a lot of discussion with the Joliet Catholic Academy staff right now.
Not sure here what that decision's going to be, but
we know he's ready down in the bullpen. He was ready last inning. I mean,
Pomada went out to talk with Simney, I think, to buy a little bit of decision-making time here for JCA.
Now there's 2 of the staff going down to the bullpen. 2-man job.
Reed Drabant patiently waiting at the plate. Now he'll step in.
They're communicating Trey Swiderski out in right field. And there's that long anticipated, we thought we might see. It just took a while to see it.
So Swiderski will come out of right field. He will head into the bullpen. And that will be it for Simney. He gets a good hand.
So Swiderski comes out of right field into the bullpen down the right field line during this pitching change. He'll get a chance to get loose. The new pitcher will be Michael Tuman, 6 foot 165 senior. His 13th game. He's pitched 49 innings, 4-2 on the season. 56 strikeouts against 13 base on balls. That is a nice number, and a minuscule 1.86 earned run average. And his job is to keep his team this 4-2 lead with a runner on first and nobody out.
Well, Swiderski is going to take this time to get loosened up. He'll go back into right field once all the warm-up tosses are completed. They'll take as long as they can here to complete these warm-up pitches.
Jared Voss took a as much time as he could.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the decision was made. They were just biding time, biding time.
Jared Voss says when Mike Tuman throws 3 pitches for strikes, he's tough to beat.
Jared Voss, JCA grad, 616 wins. Are you kidding me?
You know, I saw that number, and obviously we've watched them build. But
yes.
Boy, that's a lot of
wins.
Victories. He's done that in 24 years. You're talking about 25 victories a year.
Columbia, too good a team not to make a run here in the state championship, and the run continues. A little bit of pressure baseball right here.
19 straight wins at one point in the season. Columbia played 12 games against 3A and 4A teams. Trabant puts it down. Lob, ooh, that took a long time to get there. Just floated from Tuman to Troiner, but advances the runner to second.
I like that bunt for a few reasons. You know the first one I'm going to say, just because it puts pressure on the defense. Secondly, it advances a runner. Thirdly, you have a couple RBI guys coming up right now. First one being Steckler, and then actually 2, 3, and 4, all 4 of them. So they got a chance to slice his lead in half again.
Lead at second to Schrader. Neil O'Donnell, third base coach, the head coach for the Eagles, positioned so he is only looking at second base. He has no idea what could happen here with Steckler. All he cares about is making sure that Schrader does not get picked.
Tommy Kemp loves to call that pickoff. Don't know if that came from the bench with a catcher flipping his glove or if Kemp's just saying, let's stay aggressive defensively.
First pitch to Steckler. He showed bunt, pulls it back.
Well, remember Steckler's base on balls. Remember he was down 1 and 2, and then he ended up with get a base on balls. That's what started that inning. That was really a good at bat.
Tuman's delivery. Big cut. Out of play. Who says middle innings don't have drama? State championship game in Class 2A. Columbia trying to battle back from a 4-0 deficit. Amato goes to work again.
What do you think that is? At least 5, 7?
I was going to say half a dozen.
Yeah, and that he's blocked breaking balls in the dirt. So nice as a pitcher staff to know that you control that breaking ball down there and have confidence in your catcher.
Steckler inside out. Onto the berm, out of play.
But Steckler really tracked that ball extremely well. Let that ball get deep to him. Took a good pass to the baseball. So he is picking up the delivery.
Dead ball, that hits Steckler. Runners first and second with 1 out. And now come the thumpers.
Yes, they do.
You have Dom Vagley at the plate. He almost hit one out of here last time out. Bounced it over the left center field wall.
And they are moving the defense way back right now, justifiably so. And who's on base? Base on balls and hit batsman. 2 freebies.
1 gone. First pitch to Vagley. Called strike. Center fielder Brett Hulbert actually playing normal depth, but definitely shaded to left center. Right fielder Swiderski straight away. Vagley has a lot of room in right center field. Of course, there's a lot of room beyond the fences here at Dozer Park as well.
Good timeout by Vagley. Too long a look he felt by Tuman. Tuman with a great pitch and Vagley with a great take, quite honestly. Not a pitch he knows he might get one to work with before all said and done.
Same spot, strike two.
There you got to tip your hat. Back-to-back quality pitches.
Vagley struck out earlier on a breaking ball outside of the zone. That was back in the first inning. Long look in by Tuman. They want to go there again, and they ring him up.
They went edge, and outside the edge and got the call. And that's what happens when you've gotten the first two. Vagley, with great discipline, quite honestly, did not cause any kind of stir on that call because he didn't think it was a strike. Obviously, home plate umpire did.
Gary Budzinski behind the plate. He'll be calling the pitches here with Alex Schreckenberg up. Schreckenberg with 11 doubles this year, but not the long distance pop of Vagley. Two gone. Schrader at second, Steckler at first. Wave through it. A little bit too long for Schreckenberg.
Every pitch right now is a meaningful one. Every pitch right now, high intensity.
Schreckenberg, one strike left to play with. And jumping out of his shoes here.
Tuman one strike away from staying with a 2-run lead.
Two balls, two strikes, two outs.
This is a pitch Tuman wants to get him on. He does not want to go to 3-2 with both runners going. It's a whole different scenario on the bases.
Tuman's ready. The pitch. Out of play. Once again, left fielder Roselle, center fielder Hulbert playing Schreckenberg to go that way.
It's always interesting. These pitches are being called from the bench, but we've seen Tuman shake it off a couple times. How many coaching staffs, if you allow your pitcher that feel to call off or not?
Spoils another one. That was a good pitch by Tuman.
Back-to-back off speed. And there's another shakeoff.
The 2-2 pitch. Rung up. So back-to-back called third strikes close out this inning. Tuman comes in and pitches out of a jam. Columbia comes up scoreless. We've played 5 complete and a 4-2 lead for the defending champs.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
You are watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action.
Joliet Catholic has 12 multiple sport guys. That means they've been through every kind of situation you could be through, and they got a couple more innings of situations to be through now.
Brady Matthews going to work here. He's in his third inning of relief. First batter he faces is Graham Roselle.
Matthews has been good as he's continued to pound the zone, working very quickly and efficiently.
1, 2, 3. 3 pitches. Down goes Roselle. Third strikeout for Matthews. Lucas Simulik has an infield single to his credit tonight.
Number 1, Lucas Simulik.
Another one of those guys, if you're a middle infielder right now, you have to be very aware of who is hitting / running, because you're going to have to feel the ball and get it across the diamond in a hurry.
Fouled straight back. Waited for the thunk on top of our press box roof. It exceeded it by a bit.
There's no sprinkler heads back here, are there?
One.
We could get wet.
Simulik will foul this one back into the stands. And for those of you that may not have been around, what was that, maybe an hour ago? We had a delay of a good 15 minutes when a foul ball, and interestingly enough, it's the same guy that was involved in a couple of delays. Foul ball by Jake Troiner hit a sprinkler head. Water was spraying out. Alarms were going off. Had to wait till the fire department to come to get things shut off. Troiner eventually walked, stole second, and then was injured on the play. Was down for quite some time. We're back to playing ball now. Troiner back in the ball game.
All back to normal.
Yep. 4-2 championship game. Freshman Simulik battling hard here.
Good waste there. That ball was in the zone. He was able to get the barrel to it at the last second and just foul that off to get himself another pitch to take a look at here.
He is spoiling everything. Boy, and that is so tough as a pitcher. You think, man, I really made a great pitch there. Got him on a high fastball.
High hard right there. Simulik couldn't get on top of that. So in that particular instance, the left-handed slants of Brady Matthews won that particular battle.
2 outs, Tommy Kemp, top of the order. A single, a ground out, and reached on a fielder's choice. That ball ran away a little bit from Kemp. And Matthews is dealing right now, and you can see his pace has picked up.
Yes.
And he's, I don't want to say he's rushing the JCA hitters, but they're jumping right back in the box. Kemp keeps the bat alive. Looking ahead to the 6th, 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Eagles from Columbia. 34 wins and 4 losses for Columbia. That one got away. Kemp ready to go. Bagley will retreat from a shortstop position. Snag it for the 3rd out. A clean 1-2-3 inning. Time for Columbia to get to the plate. They're looking for some base runners, looking for some runs. Down by 2 here in your 2A championship game.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Today's game is available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of this event right to your computer. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Brody Landgraf looking to get things started.
Good man to start with, the way he swings the bat.
Michael Tuman on the mound. He came on in relief last inning. Landgraf flinched a bit, took it for a ball. Tyler Rosenkrantz, Riley Etherton, the next scheduled hitters. Or Neil O'Donnell's Columbia Eagles. Two balls and no strikes.
Landgraf, a .355 hitter coming into this tournament.
Has had himself very impressive showing here. Waves at that pitch from Tuman.
2 out of 2 yesterday, 1 for 2 today. Pulled off that ball. Like any other hitter, he's best when he still, hits the ball the opposite way, stays tall over the ball as long as he can.
This may never come down. Foul territory. Jake Treunert stays right with it. Big out for the Hilltoppers. Title Rosenkrantz 0 for 2. Grounded out, reached on an error. Now the outs are starting to dwindle down for Columbia.
And if you're Columbia, not only are you chasing 2 runs, but you need at least, honestly, to get a couple runners on this inning and turn that lineup over to get to the top of the line where they're really, really dangerous. But as of right now, if Tuman can keep them at bay, they'd finish with the bottom of the order starting the 7th inning.
Pitch to Rosenkrantz. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 gone here in the 6th. 3-run first inning for Joliet Catholic Academy. Got things rolling. Added another run in the 3rd. 2 in the 4th for Columbia. Rosenkrantz right on the line. Graham Roselle is there and somehow makes the catch. That ball carried on him. Roselle had to leap backwards to make the grab.
That was a strange one. That ball was hit right on the screws driven by Rosenkrantz. But I'll tell you what, Roselle, when that ball was hit, he thought he had it. And then the ball kept carrying, and we all thought that's going to be over his head. And then he just speared it at the last second. And you had to wait for a minute to make sure that he held on when he hit the turf. That would have been a double, maybe a triple, had that catch not been made.
Well, a big second out here in the 6th inning. Riley Etherton against Tuman. This is the number 6 hitter in the order with 2 outs in the 6th. Evens it up at 1-1. Etherton lifts this one high. Roselle, a little bit easier play here, and will make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Mike Tooman is retired 5 straight. We head to the 7th. If you've been with us during this tournament, 7th innings have been very, very entertaining. 4-2 JCA.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Our 8th game of this weekend. We'll have 8 more next weekend from Joliet, but our thanks go to our NFHS crew here in Peoria. It's been great spending time with Frank Blaine, the producer, and our camera operator, Dylan Soderstrom. So thank you very much for all you have done to bring folks state tournament baseball from Peoria. Trey Swiderski to lead things off here in the 7th, 2-3-4 in the order. One got away from Brady Matthews. Boy, Matthews has done his job.
He certainly has. He has been around the zone each and every pitch since he's come in and pounding the strike zone. Off speed, not a lot of good passes by the JCA hitters against him.
Well, there's one.
Yeah.
Line drive. Run down by the right fielder, Tyler Rosenkrantz. That ball left the bat. I thought it was down for sure with the possibility of running to the wall, but Rosenkrantz just flat out ran it down.
What a fine catch. We saw Graham Roselle make one in left field for JCA, and then not to be outdone, what a nice running catch there it was. And that ball would have gone to the wall.
Mm-hmm. So
Rosenkrantz, big time play.
Jake Troiner back into the ball game. He sat out a couple of innings after an accident at second base. He'll bat here. Takes that big cut, wants to make it count. Troiner, number 3 hitter, to junior. Another big cut, pulled off it just a bit.
Yes, he did, leaving a big gap in left center field. Reed DeBront way over in right center.
Taking a peek into the bottom of this inning, 7, 8, 9. Aiden Gaither, Brennan White, and Reed DeBront for Columbia. This will be out of play. Matthews misses. Troiner down to first. Columbia fans thought they had a call coming their way. Not to be.
And play number 32, Zach Beitler.
Troiner at first. Beitler at the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. right there, down at the knees, inside corner on Beitler. Matthews gets into that stretch quickly. I'm guessing there was quite a catch made after the ball ricocheted off the steel beams here in the second level of Dozer Park. This one high, foul, out of play, outside of the park.
But they're trying to get his hands down, back-to-back low pitches. Tried to go down and get it, but couldn't barrel it up. Matthews can go high if he wants here.
Streckenberg calling for it all the way. He'll make the catch for the second out. A lot of left-handed hitters here in the lineup, and Brady Matthews says that's just fine with me. Vinny Spadafora, another one of those, steps in. 2 for 3 tonight. A couple of singles, RBIs, runs scored.
Ouch. Fouled that one right off his own instep.
Got the bees a buzzing down there right now.
Jack Steckler playing extremely deep in left field. Probably wise. Don't want any ball to get the wall, score a runner from first base here. Want to make him scratch 2 hits.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit to right field. Rosenkrantz. The catch. And it's simple right now. Columbia needs 2 to tie. 3 would win it. Otherwise, Joliet Catholic Academy goes back-to-back. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, and the Hilltoppers lead it 4-2.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family, from top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
Well, it will come down to Aiden Gaither, Brennan Wyke, and Reed Drabant. Those are the 3 hitters scheduled here for Columbia in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Tuman's come in and done a job. Matthews for his team. Columbia has done a job. 2 good relief outings, respectively. So the Catholics going to have to make a couple plays to solidify this. There's going to have to be a big hit somewhere in here for Columbia to come back and do some damage.
First pitch to Gaither is a strike.
Gaither showed bunt. He was taking is what basically what that is.
Gaither a couple of ground outs tonight. Tapper, trouble. Simulik on the run, makes it look easy.
Oh my, that was not an easy play, but you called it. He made it look easy. And fortunately for him, that ball did take 1 extra bounce up in the air. So he ran through that ball. As soon as it got over the head of Toomey, I thought, that's trouble. Not so much for that fine looking, silky smooth shortstop.
Brendan Wyke has flown out and walked. Reed Drabant on deck. Waved at and missed. Ball is striking and out here in the bottom of the 7th. Your state title game in Class 2A. To Kemp at second. 2 gone.
He said they need to make plays. They've made 2 of them thus far.
Tooman has retired the last 7 batters. Drabant, the number 9 hitter. Looking to keep his team's hopes alive. To Swiderski and right. And Joliet Catholic Academy goes back-to-back for the school's 5th state baseball championship in history. Jared Voss picks up his 4th state title. Won it all in 2022 with a 26-10 record. The Hilltoppers come right back to Joliet and win it again this year with a 26-8-1 mark.
Timely hitting, superlative pitching, really rock-solid defense, not just tonight, but throughout the entire tournament run. Players celebrating on the field, coaches a lot of hugs on the inside. JCO goes back-to-back, as you mentioned, for the first time in their storied program. Columbia, a really, really good baseball team, well-coached, well-disciplined. 3rd place finish last year, championship appearance this year. What a great run it's been, as you have 2 of the best teams in Illinois here tonight, obviously, but you have 2 of the premier programs in Illinois as well.
It was a 3-run first inning for JCA that proved to be the difference in an outstanding relief pitching on both sides. But for the Hilltoppers, Mike Tooman came on and slammed the door. So congratulations to our 2 state champions this weekend in 1A. It was Waterloo Jabot Catholic claiming that 1A title. And for Joliet Catholic Academy, back-to-back championships, 5th state title in school history. Your final score, Joliet Catholic 4, Columbia 2. For Frank Blaine, Dylan Soderstrom, my partner Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Thanks for joining us for coverage of the IHSA Boys Class 1A and 2A state finals. We'll be back in Joliet next week for 3A and 4A. Stick around, awards ceremony coming up next.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the 1st and 2nd place team and individual awards for the 2023 Class 2A IHSA State Baseball Tournament. Presenting the medallions and trophies are members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending the tournament. They are Ron Leader of Plainfield North, representing Division 3, and Amy McMahon of Petersburg Porta, Secretary and representing Division 6. At this time, please meet the Eagles of Columbia, who finished the 2023 season in second place with a final record of 33-5. Superintendent Chris Brody. Principal Brian Reeves. Athletic Director Scott Horner. Athletic Trainer Audrey Wirtz. Head Coach Neil O'Donnell. Assistant Coach Derek Rozicki. Assistant Coach Matt Kendall. Assistant Coach Alex Schlemmer. And now the players. Number 1, Nick Janik. Number 2, Logan Bosch. Number 3, Andrew Collier. Number 4, Matt Hyman. Number 5, Brady Matthews. Number 6, Reed Dramont. Number 7, Logan Sabo. Number 8, Matthew Maui. Number 9, Aiden Gaither. Number 10, Zach Wetzel. Number 11, Lucas Reeling. Number 12, Jack Steckler. Number 13, Porter Pike. Number 14, Chase Schrader. Number 15, Aiden Mazedoski. Number 16, Brennan White. Number 17, Tyler Rosenkrantz. Number 18, Brody Landgraf. Number 19, Alex Schreckenberg. Number 20, Drake Wittenbrink. Number 21, Riley Peterson. Number 22, Ben Simmons. Number 26, Caleb Heck. Number 27, Cash Bailey. And number 28, Don Bailey. At this time, giving the Hilltoppers of Joliet Catholic Academy the 2023 final record of 26 days. Principal Jeff Buds. Athletic Director Jim O'Brien. Athletic Trainer Saul Ramirez. Head Coach Jared Voss. Assistant Coach Mark Kemp. Assistant Coach Tony Giese. Assistant Coach Ryan Quigley. Assistant Coach Ron Pica.
Let's check the glasses, what it takes.
And now players. Number 1, Lucas Simulak. Number 2, Tommy Kemp. Number 3, Drew Will. Number 6, John O'Brien. Number 7, Jose Granados. Number 8, Jack Ryan. Number 9, Dan Uten. Number 10, TJ Schleiter. Number 11, Aiden Hayes. Number 12, Jimmy Sharp. Number 13, Brett Hulbert. Number 14, Owen Weirs. Number 15, Graham Roselle. Number 16, Lucas Grant. Number 17, Dick Jimble. Number 20, Andrew Struck. Number 21, Mike Schumann. Number 22, Jake Schweiner. Number 23, Trey Swiderski. Number 24, Vinny Spadafora. Number 25, Nate Sidney. Number 26, Frank Curtis. Number 31, Connor Neville. Number 32, Zach Beitler. Number 34, Zach Pamato. And number 40, John Baltz. Now Coach O'Donnell and the captains of Columbia, please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Second place, 2023 Steelers, Columbia. Now Coach Voss and the captains of Joliet Catholic Academy, please step forward to receive the first place trophy. 2023 Steelers State Champions, Joliet Catholic Academy. Buckle up, fans, it's the law. When you leave those apart, please remember to use your seatbelt. The IHSA and the Illinois State Police wish to remind you to click your ticket. Seatbelt, save lives. Please buckle up on your way home from the game. The IHSA and the Illinois State Police wish to remind you that drivers who use
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors, the North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.